New OpenAI Codex update is insane. You're still doing code reviews the old way. One task at a time, one problem at a time, one tool at a time. That's the slow lane, and OpenAI just built an on-ramp to the highway. If you haven't heard what Codex can do now, you're missing something big. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how it works and how to use it. Hey, I'm Paisley, your AI educator. I break down exactly how AI tools work and how to actually use them in your day-to-day work. No hype, just what's real and what's useful. So let's get into it. What is OpenAI Codex? OpenAI Codex launched back in April 2025. It's a cloud-based software engineering agent. That means it can write features, fix bugs, answer questions about your codebase, and propose pull requests for review. All of that runs in its own cloud sandbox environment, preloaded with your repository. It's powered by a model called Codex 1, a version of OpenAI's O3 model specifically trained for software engineering tasks using reinforcement learning on real-world coding work. And I want you to stick around because what I'm about to walk you through with Subagents and the context window fix is something that genuinely changes how people are working with this tool. How Subagents work. Codex can now run something called Subagent Workflows. Codex acts like a manager. You give it a complex task. It spawns a team of specialized agents to handle different parts of it in parallel. Each one works independently. Then Codex collects all the results and brings everything together in one response. Let me give you a real example straight from OpenAI's documentation. Say you want to review a pull request. Instead of going through it yourself point by point, you tell Codex to spawn one agent per review point. Agent 1 checks for security issues. Agent 2 looks at code quality. Agent 3 hunts for bugs. Agent 4 checks for race conditions. Agent 5 looks at test reliability. Agent 6 reviews maintainability. All 6 run at the same time. Codex waits until they're all done, then gives you a consolidated summary of every single point. That's a 6-task job that used to take real focus and time. Now it runs in parallel while you work on something else. Codex only spawns subagents when you explicitly ask it to. You're always in control. You're the manager of the managers. You can also define your own custom agents, each with a different model, instructions, and sandbox settings depending on the task. OpenAI has a model called GPT 5.4 Mini specifically designed for subagent work. It uses about 30% of your included token limits compared to the full GPT 5.4, meaning comparable tasks last roughly 3 times longer before you hit those limits. And in the CLI, there's an agent command that lets you switch between active agent threads and inspect what's happening in each one as they run. Quick pause here. When I first started going deep into multi-agent workflows like this, I was honestly overwhelmed. That's when I found a community called AI Profit Boardroom, with over 2,000 members all focused on learning AI together and sharing what actually works. It taught me which workflows save time versus which ones waste it. The community shares real use cases and practical implementations. If you're serious about using AI to improve your work and skills, check it out. Link in description. Solving the context window problem. Now let's get into the context window problem. This has been one of the biggest frustrations for people using AI coding tools. A context window is the amount of information an AI can hold in memory at one time. When you're working on a large codebase or a long-running task, you can hit that limit. When you do, the AI starts forgetting earlier parts of the conversation. It loses the thread, it makes mistakes, the task fails. OpenAI's solution is called context compaction. As the session approaches that limit, Codex automatically summarizes and compresses what's happened, keeps the most important context, and clears space to keep going. The AI doesn't forget where it's been, it just condenses the history so it can keep moving forward. This was built into a model called GPT 5.1 Codex Max. According to OpenAI in internal testing, this model worked on tasks for more than 24 hours straight. Tasks that used to fail halfway through now run to the end. GPT 5.2 Codex, which became the default model in the Codex CLI and IDE extension in December 2025, pushed this even further with stronger compaction, better performance on large refactors and migrations, and top rankings on 2 benchmarks called SWE Bench Pro and Terminal Bench 2.0, which are designed to test how well AI agents handle complex, real-world coding tasks. Real-world use cases. From OpenAI's Agents SDK documentation, you can build a full multi-agent pipeline where one agent acts as a project manager, writing requirements and coordinating handoffs to a designer agent, a front-end agent, a back-end agent, and a tester agent. Each one writes scoped work in its own folder, then hands control back to the project manager. The whole thing is automatically traced so you can audit every step after it runs. Companies like Cisco, Virgin Atlantic, Vanta, and Duolingo have already begun using Codex in pilot projects, according to OpenAI. And one developer on a Basic Plus plan used GPT 5.2 Codex to track down a tricky bug and add new features entirely through the agent. Command line and app integration. Let's talk about how you actually access all of this. Codex CLI is open source, runs in your terminal, and works directly with your local repositories. It's on GitHub with a large developer community behind it. The IDE extension runs agents directly inside your code editor. You can hand tasks off to Codex Cloud and apply changes locally without leaving your editor. And in February 2026, OpenAI released the Codex desktop app for macOS, a command center for agents. Everything lives in one focused workspace. Agents run in separate threads organized by projects. There's also built-in support for worktrees, meaning multiple agents can work on the same repository at the same time on isolated copies without conflicting with each other. Container caching also dropped the start time for new tasks from around 48 seconds down to about 5 seconds. That's a 90% improvement. As of June 2025, Codex is available to all ChatGPT Plus users. If you have any paid ChatGPT plan, you already have access. Usage is included in your subscription, with the option to buy additional credits if you need more. The future of AI teams. Here's where I want you to think bigger. OpenAI has said directly that they see the multi-agent workflow Codex introduced becoming the standard way engineers produce high-quality code. The core challenge has shifted from what agents can do to how people direct, supervise, and collaborate with them at scale. OpenAI's roadmap includes deeper integrations with the tools developers already use. Being able to assign tasks from your issue tracker, CI system, or chat tools directly to Codex agents. Your entire development pipeline with AI agents woven through it end to end. There's still a real learning curve here, getting your custom agent configs right. Understanding sandbox policies, the people who put in the time to understand the tooling are going to get dramatically more out of it. Final thoughts. If you're looking to dive deeper into AI tools and actually implement them in your work, I recommend AI Profit Boardroom. Over 2,000 people learning how to use AI effectively. Everyone shares real experiences. What's working, what's not. Which tools are worth your time. Which ones to skip. No hype. Just solid information and practical guidance from people doing the work. It's helped me stay on top of updates and figure out how to actually apply them. Link in description if you want to check it out. And if you want the full process, SOPs, and 100+ AI use cases like this one, join the AI Success Lab. Links in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 58,000 members who are crushing it with AI. That's it for today. If you found this useful, hit subscribe. See you in the next one.